On the post that Donnie tagged me in,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of comments.
Yep.
They go there and is there a bunch of good? Okay. All right, thanks.
We back up? All right, we should be back up, folks. You should be able to see the game once again. On the kick return, Canton able to come up with a stop at the 28-yard line. Mater Dei will start from there with 1:06 to go, first quarter. Canton leads at 20-14. Drake Yerbick scored that third Canton touchdown. And now Mater Dei will start this drive their own 28-yard line, trailing again by 6 points in this high-scoring first quarter. 1:06 to play. Little Giants up 20-14. Three wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Cullen shoots the quarterback, drops straight back, fires, caught, hit immediately, but not until it's a first down at the 42. And the catch made by Matt Spears. A gain of 14, first down for Mater Dei with this fantastic-looking passing attack. They stop the clock to move the chains, restart it when they're set, and now we're inside a minute to go in the first quarter. Left side, little bubble screen. Wide receiver's got a few. That's Spears again, and he's over midfield, just inside Canton territory, just shy of the first down. And a gain of 9. It'll be second down and 1. Folks, hope you have us now. We do apologize. NFHS called us. We looked at our screen. We were streaming. Don't know what happened between here and our streaming headquarters. We apologize, but we are back now. Second and 1 for Mater Dei at the Canton 49. Canton leads at 20-14. Schutz tried to keep it. On the option, he pulled it back out of the running back's belly and kept it himself, and Canton's able to stop him short of first down yardage, bringing up third and short. Or did he get forward at the end enough for the first down? He dove down to the 48.5, and the official says that is good for a first down. Move the sticks again. First quarter with 8.5 seconds left. They start the clock, and Mater Dei will let the first quarter expire right there. An exciting first quarter at that. Canton 20, Mater Dei 14. One down, 3 wild ones to go on the Cupid's Winterball Spoon River Online Sports Network. Take a hold.
Grandpa's Chainsaw. Scary, loud, hard to start, harder to keep running, and safety features? Not many. At Perkins Seed House, you'll see for yourself how Husqvarna is revolutionizing the chainsaw industry. Husqvarna saws are powerful, ergonomic, and easy to use. Come to Perkins Seed House and try a Husqvarna saw today. See for yourself what has changed since your grandpa bought his first chainsaw. Husqvarna, available at Perkins Seed House in Canton, Havana, and Jacksonville. Online at PerkinsSeedandPower.com. Grandpa would approve. Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser, is the perfect place to go before or after a ball game, or you can call to have them bring the pizza to you. Monocle's Pizza on 5th Avenue in Canton is a proud supporter of all area schools. Bring the family or bring the whole team into Monocle's for the best pizza around, and make sure to tell them you saw it on the Spoon River Online Sports Network. Mouth-watering cheese and toppings, the delicious one-of-a-kind Monocle's crust, you can't beat Monocle's Pizza. For delivery, call 647-1127. And once again, don't forget to tell them that you heard and saw it on the Spoon River Online Sports Network.
We're back here in Canton, where it is a 1st and 10 for Mater Dei at the Canton 48-yard line. 2 wide receivers left to the right now, going in motion. Timmerman towards the right. Schutz drops straight back, trying to set up a screen. He finds his man. Shoving his way down near the 40-yard line on the catch is Trevor Johnson, a 190-pound running back. Looks like they'll spot him out at about the 42 and a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Second down, 4 yards to go. At the Mater Dei 43, shoots, firing deep down the right sideline, one-on-one coverage, swatted away at the last second by Preston Taylor. He did that last week in the last play of the game, got one big right paw up there and knocked it away from the intended receiver to end the game at Columbia. Here he knocks one away to bring up a 3rd and 5 as the intended receiver, Jared Niemeyer, was down in the right corner, and Taylor was with him stride for stride. Third and 5, big chance for the Little Giants to come up with a stop here. 11:42 left in the second quarter, just underway in the second quarter, 20-14. Canton with the lead and a flag. There was still 6 seconds left on the play clock, so we know it's not a delay. But it is going against the Knights. The illegal procedure will make it 3rd. And almost 9 yards to go from the Canton 48. They've got to get into the 39. Canton has 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Mater Dei has a kick return for a touchdown and 1 offensive possession for a touchdown. Canton earned the extra possession on a successful onside kick in the first quarter. Nobody has been forced to give up the ball on downs yet. 3rd and 9. Shoots, goes back in the pocket. Right side, down the sideline. It's caught. First down, Mater Dei. Jake Timmerman on the catch. Inside the Little Giant 20 to the 18-yard line. And what touch that he put on that ball. Just floated up over the defenders, dropped it right where it had to be. The only guy that could make the catch was Timmerman, and he did. 3 wide receivers to the left of the formation, 1 to the right. Ball on the far hash mark. Out of that pistol formation. Shoots a quick timing pattern to the right. Complete, 8-yard gain. He throws that ball before the receiver even turns to look. Jace Barfield on the catch as they rotate in some new wide receivers. He's a 5'10", 162-pound sophomore. Second down and about 3. And Schutz will run it, but he'll get wrapped up in the backfield and wrestled down for a loss. Gage Miller burst through the line, wrapped him up, brought him down. Loss of 2, back to the 13-yard line. Little Giants again force a 3rd down situation for the Knights. Knights converted last time on a beautiful pass down the right side. Ball right smack in the middle of the field. They've got lots of options here. 1 wide receiver left, 2 to the right. 2 backs stay in, and they flank the quarterback. And Canton's defense falls completely off the line. Nobody in a down stance. Blockers wondering what to do, but they do a nice job. Rolling out, shoots, firing back against the grain, into the end zone, touchdown. Wow. A little chess match going on between the Little Giants and the offensive line of the Knights, but they buy Schutz a bunch of time, and he's able to complete the pass into the end zone for the touchdown. I think it was it Trevor Johnson on the catch? 40? And he makes a nice catch in traffic. Great throw by Schutz, and we're tied up at 20 with 10:33 left in the half. On for the extra point is Logan Johnson. He had one blocked earlier. This one's low and good. Just sneaking inside the left upright. Mater Dei regains the lead here early in the second quarter. It's Knights 21, Little Giants 20 on the Cupid's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network.
More tthan just a convenience store, it's a destination. The J.D. Street Stores at 5th and Lynn and Locust and Avenue C in Canton proudly announce the addition of Champs Chicken. Delicious Champs Chicken and all the fixins available only in Fulton County at your J.D. Street Stores. Champs features full dinners with sides or tasty snacks. Take it with you if you're on the go, or enjoy your Champs Chicken right at the counter. Your newly remodeled J.D. Street Stores have ice-cold drinks of all kinds at the fountain and in the coolers. Stop and see us. We're more than just a convenience store at the J.D. Street BP locations in Canton.
Yep, we're back. I'm busy texting all the people wondering where we were. Folks, we apologize. Some of that first quarter didn't get on the way we wanted it to. However, everything showed up perfect on our end. We received a call from our NFHS people that told us it wasn't working, so we were able to reboot. But when you go to watch this game later, those of you who have a subscription, you will see all of the first quarter. It is recorded, and it will be available to be viewed after the game is over tonight. So whatever you missed, you can watch. Right now it's 21-20 in favor of Mater Dei as they kick off back to Canton. Shoots, sends it to his third different return man for Canton, this time at the 18-yard line. Yerbick picks it up. He scoots up to about the 30 where he's upended there, and the Little Giants will start their fourth possession from their own 30-yard line. And so far, 3 times with the ball, 3 touchdowns. Can they do it again? It's been a wild one, that's for sure, with all these points on the board early. Showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Coming up at halftime, the J.D. Street BP halftime show will get you caught up on other scores from around the state tonight. Here's Wells on the keeper, out to the 35-yard line. Give the big quarterback 5. Second down and 5 for Canton. Ball on the near hash. Saw a couple of players slip early in the first quarter right in this part of the field. But traction hasn't seemed to have been an issue since then. On the year, Mater Dei averaged 29 points a game and allowed 25 in that very tough schedule they played. Canton averaged 33 and allowed 17. Both teams on a pace to exceed that by a bunch. Here is Magnuson up the middle. And since he was inserted in the backfield last week, he had 10 for 49 last week and a couple of solid carries up the middle here tonight. Ethan Magnuson doing a nice job in his first couple of weeks at that running back spot. And his running plays that have been called to him have been inside the guards. Guard, center guard. He goes right up the gut. It is now 3rd and 1 for Canton at the 39. Mater Dei going to try to load up that box. They've got 5 down linemen. Linebackers stay back a little bit. They respect Wells. He takes the snap, gets the first down, lowers the shoulder, lowers the helmet, and drives it all the way out to the 45-yard line. Easily converting the first down with a gain of 6. As the clock stops at 9:08 for the movement of the chains. It'll sweep inside 9 minutes and a half before the next play is snapped. A couple of subs come in for Canton. You want that door open? Kate Stansel's in. Dylan Walton checks in. And this handoff goes to Yerbick. Sweeping left side, far side of the field. Drake gets about 4. Near midfield, second down, Little Giants. Ball at the 49. 8:28 clock run, second quarter. Little Giants are 3 for 3. 3 possessions, 3 scores. Once again, the big talented freshman Jake Smith checks in. Number 99, 6'2", 200-pounder. He lines up next to Clint Wells in the backfield. Snap goes to Wells. Wells trying to get outside, and he's yanked down on an ankle tackle. A nice play by Jake Timmerman. Stops Wells after a gain of 2 into Mater Dei territory at the 49. It'll be 3rd down and 4 as the ball slides over here to the near hash mark now. Little Giants racking up yards on offense. Mater Dei doing the same, most of theirs through the air. Little Giants have come on the ground for the most part. 7:30 to play in the half. Quarterback and sidekick arrive in the huddle at 13 on the play clock. Play clock inside 10 seconds here now. Canton with plenty of time to get this play off. Snap will go to Wells. Flags will fly. It was not delay. What was it? If it's on Canton for a false start, it's going to take it back to a 3rd and 9. It is. Back in their own territory at the 46. Little Giants will have to dial up something here to keep the chains moving, keep this drive alive. On 3rd and 9 now. And coming in from the sideline, Jake Smith will deliver the play to the man barking the signals, Clint Wells. He lines Smith up on his right. Formation is strong to the right. Snap goes directly to Wells. He'll drop back to set at the 36. Throw deep down the field looking for Cameron Lucas. Oh, it was tipped away at the last moment. And Lucas almost still had a chance to grab it on the deflection. But Matt Spears got his hand up at the right time to knock that one loose, or Cameron was going all the way. And two Lucases, Nathan and Cameron, both excellent receivers. That was Cameron. And now on 4th and 9, Canton will drop Cameron Lucas back into punt formation. First punt of the game for either squad, if the Little Giants indeed kick it. Never know with these two coaches. Both appear to be riverboat gamblers. Pearson with an onside kick that was successful already for Canton. Lucas stands at his own 35. Gets a good snap, helmet high, and he's going to keep it. Looking for room. Going to have to go over midfield. Still going. Spinning off a tackler. I think he got the first down. If he did, it was all on second effort. Cameron Lucas saw where the sticks were and knows where he needed to go. And he got it. First down, Canton at the 45-yard line of Mater Dei. We'll call it the 44. It's about halfway between. Unbelievable. Thought they might fake it. 6:44 to the half. And Canton gambles and comes up with the right combination once again. Can they convert this now? Mater Dei loads them up 6 across the line. Wells will keep. Bounces off one man. Hit hard as he makes it inside the 45 to the 44. A gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Wells, such a tough kid. It's just odd to see him get up slowly at all, and he's trying to shake that one off. He was in the grasp, and then one of the safeties came in and finished it off. Bent him backwards a little bit. And knowing Clint, he'll remember the number and try to give that back at a later date. Good football. These kids are out here hitting hard, playing clean football. Both sides having a good time right now, but offenses are winning the game so far. 4 penalties total in the game. Is that all on Canton? Or 1 on 2 and 2? 2 and 2 on the penalties so far. First down, Little Giants. They move the sticks again. Ethan Magnuson on the carry. Bulls it down to the 33. First down, Canton with 5:32 left in the half. Both teams with a false start and an offside. Canton did have a hold on a kick return as well, if I remember right, so they do have a 3rd penalty. Only their 2nd. All right. Down to 5:15 in the half. Play clock down to 6 seconds. Inside 5 as Wells lines up. Snap goes to Magnuson. He instead hands off to Yerbick. I checked that. That was Wells to Yerbick. And Yerbick, in front of the Mater Dei bench, is knocked out right around the 30-yard line. Short gain. They'll spot him out at the 31. Give him 3, 2nd down and 7. Now they step forward to the 30. but we'll still call it 2nd and 7 as originally spotted at the 33.5. How's that? Split the difference. 4:30, clock runs, first half. Mater Dei 21, Canton 20. Who's got it this time? Coming right with it. Flag comes in very late on the play. Dylan Walton, the sophomore on the carry, picked up about 4. Down to the 26, but we'll see what the call is. It came from the referee, and it's a hold on Canton. And from the spot of the foul, looks to be behind where he landed. So they'll mark it back from the 29 all the way to the 39. And Canton has to go to the 24. It'll be 2nd and 15. .4:17 to play in the first half. Both teams with their full allotment of timeouts. Wells with Magnuson next to him will take the snap. Magnuson stays in the block. Wells rolls, fires a little bit too tall for Cameron Lucas. He was a couple of yards shy of the first down stick, about 13 yards downfield. Now it's going to be 3rd and 15. Lucas had found a little bit of a hole in that zone. Pass was a tad too tall. 3rd down 15, clock stopped at 4:02. The ball, as you can see, just inside the right hash mark. And Canton will bring the formation very strong to the weak side of the field. The official has stopped, and one of the Canton players has spotted something that's going to help with the equipment for the Mater Dei player. So Drake Yerbick gets together with Jared Niemeyer and helps him with the shoulder pad. 3rd down and 15. Wells fakes a pass, pressure in the backfield. He is going to be swarmed under with a loss. It's 4th and long. Big play defensively made by several of the defensive players for Mater Dei, including Grant Pullman, Trevor Johnson, and Nick Seelhofer all getting in there. And they made that one go backwards. Timeout called by Mater Dei. 4th down and long for Canton, and Mater Dei stops the clock with 3:51 to play here in the first half. Start a healthy family tradition and run or walk the Turkey Trot this year. Register before November 14th to guarantee a shirt at the Canton Family YMCA Turkey Trot. $5 off for groups of 3 or more. Use the discount code FamilyTrot16 when you register online. Go to CantonFamilyYMCA.org for all the info about the event and to sign up. The fall program schedules are available at both the Canton and Farmington locations, and sign-up is underway for youth basketball coming up this winter at the Y. Every team knows that the 2-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm agent Dee Clark and her team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. Go for the win and score savings by combining your home and auto. Just another way they're here to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Dee Clark, 547-7711. Class 4A, quarterfinal in the northern bracket. Johnsburg has burst out to a 21-0 lead over Genoa Kingston late in the first half. Johnsburg has been scoring big points so far in the playoffs. Canton facing a 4th down and long yardage, lines up in an offensive set as if they're going for it here from the 41. 17 yards to first down yardage. 3 wide receivers right, nobody left. Wells drops back, fires over the middle. Hit it about the 30-yard line as the intended receiver. Coach Pearson would like to see a flag, thinking that Stanza was hit early. Does not get that call. Canton will turn it over on downs, and it'll be Mater Dei football at their own 41. And they flooded the right side with receivers going deep and then tried to hit Stanzel up over the middle. If he would have made the catch right there and been tackled, he would have been short of the first down anyway. So Mater Dei from their own 41 will take over. Ball here on the near side. 3:46 left. They use that timeout. 5 seconds used by Canton and plenty of time on the board for the Knights. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left, two backs stay in and flank the quarterback, Colin Schutz, who's having a heck of a first half. Throwing the ball. Number 13 waits for the snap, gets it. Hand off, sweeping right side. First carry tonight for Jake Weeder. Evan Otto says he came out of there with the football, or pushed Weeder back anyway, and Weeder got to the 47 before starting going the other way. So a gain of 6, second down and 4. 3:25 clock runs first half. Three wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Schutz will hand it off up inside. First down, Mater Dei. Was either Weeder or A.J. Albers on the carry. Looks like Weeder again. 3:02 to play in the half. Mater Dei to the Canton 46 with a first down. Mater Dei will split two to the left this time, one to the right. They don't use a tight end. Either 3 or 4 wide receivers. Always out of the gun. This time Schutz keeps it and then dumps a pass out on the right side to Trevor Johnson. And Johnson bowls his way down near the first down marker on the far side of the field in front of the Knights bench to about the Canton 37. Gain of 9, second and 1. Mater Dei trying to extend their 1-point lead before the halftime break. There's still 2:25 to go in the half. Sweeping left. It is Albers, dropped at the 22. And he will pick up another first down and a gain of 15. 2:13. Canton with all their timeouts. Mater Dei has 2 remaining. They wind the clock and start it. Now inside 2:10, down to near 2:05. Schutz fires it left and looking upfield a little bit before he had control and eventually dropping that one, Matt Spears. That'll make it second and 10. Exactly 2 minutes left in the half. Second down and 10, Mater Dei, ball at the Little Giants 22-yard line. Empty backfield. Schutz looking, pressuring, rolling to his left and finding his man Lucas Teising for a short catch. Moves the ball down, however, to the 20. Well, they spot him out at the 21. He only gained a yard. Third down and 9. And a big chance here for Canton for a stop. And so far, Mater Dei has been very successful on these third and longs. They've had 3 of them. This is the third one. They converted the other 2. Did the Knights. Clock is at 1:54 remaining in the first half. Mater Dei up by a single point. Scoring has slowed here in the second quarter. Flag flies. As Schutz took the snap and rolled to his right, he shows a little frustration at what he believes is probably on his squad. It is an illegal procedure penalty, only the third of the night on Mater Dei. Takes the ball all the way back to the 26 and puts them in a 3rd and 14 situation. And if I'm not mistaken, that would be their longest third down look of the night here, 3rd and 14. 3 wide receivers to the right. Timmerman was out in the slot on the right side along with Teising, and they take a timeout to talk about things. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Back after this in the Cupid's Motorball Spoon River Online Sports Network.
Fairview State Banking Center in Fairview is a local small-town bank with advanced banking services for today's online customers. Go to fairviewstate.com to learn about the many online conveniences along with the cutting-edge safety technology they have to protect your valuable info. Mark, Clay, and the staff at Fairview State Bank invite you to come in and see them anytime in their newly remodeled quarters to allow them to show you what Fairview State Bank can do for you. Fairview State Bank in Fairview. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
All right, 1:53 to play in the first half, and Mater Dei has used their second timeout. Canton has all three of theirs remaining. Little Giants trying to dial up a defense here that can stop the Knights. The Knights are looking at 3rd and 14 from the Little Giants 26, leading by 1, 21-20. The ball is on the near hash mark, so they'll split 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 down here to the near side on the left. Just 1 setback stays in next to quarterback shoots. He looks the defense over, barks out some signals to see if Canton makes an adjustment, and then settles in for the second set of calls. Rolling right, under some duress, fires it out complete. One of the Canton Little Giant defenders went for the interception, arrived just a moment late. The pass is caught and taken all the way down inside the 5 for a first down. It was a gamble, but the ball got through to Tysing, and he turns and takes it down to the 4. We'll give him the 5. Scoreboard says 4. Fine, we'll say 4. I agree. First and goal, minute 44. Canton trying to save these timeouts. If Mater Dei gets in the end zone, Canton will have some time left to try to get back down the field. Canton will also receive at the start of the second half. Handoff and a big hit, immediately dropped right at the line of scrimmage, is the ball carrier by Cameron Lucas, who was playing the strong safety up on the line of scrimmage and made the hit. Loss of 1 back to the 5, 2nd and goal. .120 clock runs. This is one of those tough situations for the defensive coaching staff, because do you want to stop the clock and give them time to think about it with a timeout, or do you want to try to hold them out of the end zone and have the clock expire? They've just got 1 timeout left, do the Knights. Here's a snap. Handoff, right side Elbers, nowhere to go, cuts it back, finds a little bit of room, takes it near the goal line and scores. 5-yard touchdown run by A.J. Albers. And Breeze takes a 7-point lead, 27-20. .4 seconds left in the half. Lining up for an extra point attempt with Logan Johnson, the kicker. He is getting set. Here comes the rest of the team to join the center in the middle of the field. Johnson had 1 blocked earlier. This one on the way is straight through. And the Mater Dei Knights take an 8-point lead, 28-20 over the Canton Little Giants with 55 seconds left in the half on the Cupie's Motormall Spoon River Online Sports Network.
The best tan is the tan you get from Intense Tans across from Walgreens on East Olive Street in Canton. Like Intense Tans on Facebook to see all the great offers and specials they have. Whether you prefer standard tanning beds or stand-up tanning or even spray-on tanning, you can get your tan at Intense Tans. Keep that summer tan as long as you can, or make sure before you take a vacation to someplace warm this winter you get a solid base before you leave. Check out their full line of professional tanning products too at Intense Tans, 30 East Olive, just off Main Street in Canton.
Welcome back in at Shelter Insurance. Their agents look to talk about satisfied customers and how they got that way. Sure, they provide great coverage on cars and trucks, but did you know that Shelter Insurance and Shelter Insurance agent Todd Fletcher in Canton provide outstanding coverage on motorcycles to riding mowers, RVs to bass boats? Shelter Insurance and Todd Fletcher have your favorite vehicles covered. Call Todd at 647-8550 or stop and see him at his office in the Fletcher Building, 89 East Elm Street, at the corner of Elm and 1st Avenue in Canton. Mater Dei up by 8 points. They led 6-0 after returning the opening kick for a touchdown. Canton came back to lead by 8, 14-6. Been seesaw ever since, and now Mater Dei enjoys their first 8-point lead of the night, 28-20 with 55 seconds, and Canton with all their timeouts. Short kick angled away from the deep man is taken about the 26-yard line by the Little Giants, and good coverage as they drop him down at the 30. They're going to say That man was down before the ball came out, so it's Canton ball to 30. Little Giants will start there, facing 70 yards to go with 51 seconds to do it. Here comes the offensive unit from the sideline. The Knights of Mater Dei await out on the field. Now they loosen up a little bit, Mater Dei does, with only 7 in the box, expecting Canton to do a little bit more passing perhaps. Canton will go with the handoff to Yerbick, and he'll get the first down and bring it out over the 40 to the 43-yard line. And a gain of, let's give him 14 yards as they spotted at the 44. Used 6 seconds. They stopped the clock to move the chains. Canton quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Drake Yerbick on the run. Clock starts down to 42. Snap quickly goes to Wells. Going left. Lucas Ketchum leading the way. Magnuson out in front. Wells cuts inside the block and gets about 7. Canton will have to use a timeout here, and they do, as they get into Breeze Mater Dei territory at the 49. Timeout, Canton. And while they talk strategy, we'll tell you about CNC Car Care. When you want to spoil your car or truck and make it look like new again, both inside and out, call CNC Car Care in Canton, 647-6452. The crew there will doll up your baby and do it right. Gift certificates are available for any service provided at CNC, from detailing to exterior washes, and they make great stocking stuffers for the holidays. Think about that. Open 8:30 to 5 Monday through Friday. And they can also pick up your car and drop it off when it's done. They are fully insured. Or you can drop it off at their Elm Street location. CNC Car Care, 647-6452. Don't let your ride suffer any longer. Spoil it. Two timeouts left for Canton, right? One timeout left for Mater Dei. Canton is in Mater Dei territory at the 49-yard line. The ball is on the far hash mark. The offense meeting with Coach Pearson down here around the 45 on the near side. He's out in the field with that unit and giving some definitive instructions. Pointing his finger towards the end zone. That's where he wants them to go. Canton used 2 running plays to get it into Mater Dei territory. 32.4 seconds left on the clock and a couple of timeouts. Canton masterfully drove down the field for 2 late scores last week in Columbia. Wells will fake, play action, go up top. Throw is caught on the deflection inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. Staying with it and making the catch is Cameron Lucas. That ball was deflected and tipped in the air right back to him, and he made the catch. First down, Little Giants at the Knights' 15-yard line. Timeout, Canton, with 24 seconds left in the half. Here we go again. Little Giants coming up with some magic just like they did last week. Davis Ford is your Ford dealer in Canton on North Main Street with new, used, and a great service department. And if you don't see it in stock, they'll find it for you, Davis Ford. But you know what? If you're shopping for a Ford pickup, you will find it in stock, whether it's a half-ton, three-quarter-ton, or a full one-ton truck. They've got them all different styles and option levels and colors. And they are very, very adept at finding you just the right vehicle at Davis Ford. Talk to Doug and his staff out there. They will hook you up. 647-1111 is the number at Davis Ford on North Main Street in Canton. 647-1111. Get the power of a new Ford truck or SUV or automobile today from Davis Ford. Little Giants out of their second timeout. 24 seconds to play in the half. They overload the left side of the formation. Now they shift to the wide side of the field. And a flag flies from, it wasn't the back judge. And they're backing up Canton with illegal procedure. Something in that shift wasn't quite the way they liked it. So a 5-yard step off back to the 20. First down and 15. Canton can get a first down inside the 5, but time becomes an issue. 24 seconds and 1 timeout. Mater Dei leading 28-20. And a wild first half that saw Mater Dei return the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Canton come back and score, convert an onside kick and score again. Here comes Wells, student body right. 15, 10, stiff arm, 5, out of bounds. Stops the clock with 16.7. They're going to say he stepped out just outside the 6, and it's going to be 2nd and 1. And Canton just decided to get more numbers out there than Mater Dei could put out there to stop him. You got some of those big rumbling, bumbling Clydesdales coming out there as a group. And Canton picks up 13 yards on just a straight sweep. They now have 209 yards on the ground and 31 rushes in the first half. Unofficially, but I'm sure those are spot on. Now the Little Giants hand off to Yerbick. Yerbick sweeping left, cutting inside one man and scoring. Canton scores with 10.8 seconds left in the first half. That's that sneaky little handoff where Wells goes forward and then leaves the ball behind him like a relay exchange in track and field. And the Little Giants pull within 2 and use their last timeout to talk about how they want to play this extra point. It is Breeze, Mater Dei 28, Canton 26 with 10.8 seconds left in the first half. We'll take one quick 30-second timeout and tell you about Stephanie Rui, broker with Jim Maloof Realtor. Whether you're ready to buy or sell a home, call Stephanie, and she will take care of you. The number 1 realtor in all Central Illinois is Maloof Realtor, and Stephanie's been there for 13 years. She'll show you any home, no matter who it's listed by. She works for you to get the best possible deal on the home, whether you're the buyer or the seller. She is working for you. She can help you get the right financing, too, with her extensive list of lending contacts. Call Stephanie Rui, 647-1502. Stop and see her at Jim Maloof Realtor office, 418 North Main in Canton. 647-1502 and ask for Stephanie Rui. Canton extra point. I'm going to go for 2 and try to tie it up here. What play did they draw up? 10 seconds left. Wells dropping back, throwing back to a wide open man in the left corner for 2. Canton using that deception and that flow to make it look like they were going one way, throw it back the other. And Cameron Lucas is there for the easy 2-point conversion. We are tied at 28 with 10 seconds left in the first half in the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network.
We welcome back Williamsfield Veterinary Service to the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network list of partners. Williamsfield Veterinary Service is on Gale Street in Williamsfield, with Dr. Janelle McFarland-Schroet proudly providing the area with outstanding state-of-the-art care for your small pets. They also provide a boarding service. They've got in-house time-saving blood work and much, much more. Williamsfield Veterinary Service. As you're watching the game, click over and like their page on Facebook.
Back here in Canton at Ron Fanistock Field, and last Saturday afternoon in Columbia, right at the end of the game, Canton scored 2 touchdowns late to come back and win. Yours truly lost his voice on the ride home, but that could have been from singing BTO all the way home. No, I lost my voice from the game. And we're in danger of doing that again. Tone Z standing by to take over if needed.
That's why I came.
You knew this was going to be exciting, didn't you? Our old buddy Jason Rockhold, who's worked with us for a couple of years in the Spoon River Online Sports Network, is down at the concession stand. And I feel sorry for all the ladies trying to keep him in line. He's probably giving out free stuff by now. What do you think? I shouldn't say that. He might be doing it. All right, Canton to kick off. Theobald to do the kicking. That is Spencer Theobald to do it this time to the 11-yard line. Catch is made. Return coming back the other way. Just over the 30-yard line. And one man away from breaking it again. This time was Lucas Tising. Hauled down to 33. 6 seconds left. This kid's got an arm. Tony says go for it. 28-28. 6 seconds to halftime. By the way, a big thank you to the Canton drama department. They had a play scheduled for tonight and tomorrow. When it was announced that the game would be Friday, talked to the kids, talked to the director, talked to everybody in the school, moved that so everybody still has a chance to attend the play on Sunday. So the play will be on Saturday night or Sunday night now at Canton High School. Great to see them work together, and everybody needs to go out now and support the play after they supported the football program. Taking a knee with 6 seconds left and going into the locker room tied is Breeze Mater Dei. What a first half. Nobody's in control yet, that's for sure. 28-28 with 1 half to go on the Cupie's Motormall Spoon River Online Sports Network. We're going to take about a 2-minute timeout, and then we'll come back with the halftime show brought to you by J.D. Street BP Convenience Stores on 5th and Lynn and on Locust and Avenue C in Canton. Back after these.
Cupie's Motor Mall in North Pekin is your Power Sports HQ, featuring the complete line of Honda motorcycles and four-wheel ATVs, Yamaha bikes including the Star Series, and Polaris ATVs and side-by-sides. Cupie's also is your official Polaris slingshot dealer and has added the awesome new Cobra dirt bikes to their huge inventory. Cupie's sells Aluma trailers too. Sales, parts, service, your true one-stop Power Sports HQ is Cupie's Motor Mall at the junction of routes 29 and 98 in North Pekin. More than just a convenience store, it's a destination. The J.D. Street stores at 5th and Lynn and Locust and Avenue C in Canton proudly announced the addition of Champs Chicken. Delicious Champs Chicken and all the fixins available only in Fulton County at your J.D. Street stores. Champs features full dinners with sides or tasty snacks. Take it with you if you're on the go or enjoy your Champs Chicken right at the counter. Your newly remodeled J.D. Street stores have ice-cold drinks of all kinds at the fountain and in the coolers. Stop and see us. We're more than just a convenience store at the J.D. Street BP locations in Canton.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Welcome into our halftime show on the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network. Our halftime show is brought to you by J.D. Street BP, 2 locations in Canton. One on 5th and Lynn, which features Champs Chicken now.
Food time.
Food time. And the other one on Locust and Avenue C, which features a drive-through to pull right up and get your beverages.
That's what you want.
So J.D. Street BP bringing you our halftime show, and we start with the scoring recap brought to you by Fairview State Bank. Fairview State Bank in Fairview or online at fairviewstate.com. Check them out. They also have a nice Facebook page. Wonderfully remodeled building right on the main drag in Fairview. Go see Mark and the rest of the gang over at Fairview State Bank. They can take care of you. A lot of big city banking luxuries in a small town setting, and a bunch of friendly people that know you by name at Fairview State Bank. And the scoring recap started with a kick return on the opening kickoff as Timmerman went 79 yards from the 21-yard line. Jake Timmerman picked it up, bobbled it, and I think the Canton kick team kind of ran past him, and then he was able to pick it up and advance it wisely 79 yards the other way. And before either offense had taken the field, Mater Dei was on top 6-0. The extra point kick was blocked. Canton came right back with a 62-yard drive of their own, and it ended with a run from Clint Wells of 1 yard at 6:46 of the first quarter. Extra point was good. Little Giants went on top 7-6. Little Giants performed an onside kick, took the ball at the 46-yard line of Mater Dei and went in for another touchdown. Wells from 3 yards out this time, and that was just a minute and 18 seconds later. Extra point kick was good by Spencer Theobald that made it 14-6. Mater Dei comes back down the field. They get an 8-yard run by quarterback Colin Schutz, after he threw the ball 4 or 5 times on opening drive, the first time their offense ever got on the field, and put them right down in scoring territory. Then he takes it in from 8 yards out over the left side with 4:10 to go in the first quarter. 2-point conversion was good. We were tied at 14. Canton says, all right, we'll come right back down and score again. 13-yard TD run by Drake Yerbick with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Extra point was no good this time, wide left. And at the end of one, it was Canton 20 and Mater Dei 14. Mater Dei comes back with the next 2 scores. At 10:33 of the first half, a 10-yard TD pass from Schutz to Johnson makes it 21-20 with the extra point. And it was a nice play in the end zone in traffic, making a nice catch was Logan Johnson with a defender in front and behind. He leaped up in the air and made the grab. 5-yard TD run then on the next drive for Mater Dei, culminating in an A.J. Albers touchdown run. That was just 55.4 seconds left in the first half. Extra point kick was good, and Mater Dei led by 28-20. Canton had 3 timeouts, 55 seconds, advanced the ball down the field, and Drake Yerbick scores from 6 yards out with 10 seconds left. 2-point conversion pass from Wells to Cameron Lucas was good, and we are tied at the half, 28-28. That's the scoring recap brought to you by Fairview State Bank in Fairview. Visit them online, fairviewstate.com. Visit them on Facebook, and visit them in person. See Mark and Clay in the rest of the game. Before we get to the scoring recap, let's bring in one of our other play-by-play gurus here from the Spoon River Online Sports Network who came up here tonight. Mongo shaking his head on that guru call.
That hurts, man. That hurts. Gosh.
Tony Z came up to watch the game tonight. And your impressions, I knew before the game you were very impressed with Mater Dei's quarterback, Colin Schutz.
Yeah, Schutz is a phenomenal quarterback. Just his poise in the pocket, his ability to look at weaknesses in the defense and exploit it, and his poise. His poise has really impressed me, and also he has a gun as well.
Well, and they've done a nice job of mixing it up. They've had timing routes where he's just looking at one receiver and locked in, and he's completing those. And at the same time, they've had some plays where he's had to look off 2 or 3 receivers and find an open man and buy some time in the backfield. He's just a very talented young man.
He is. He's been very fun to watch. And not only that, watching Canton come back after being knocked down a little bit late in that first half, doing a good job of running the football, getting good blocks down the field, and Clinton Wells has impressed me. He's a very impressive player, and I feel like it's going to be the last team that has the ball may win this football game.
It's getting that way.
It is getting that way, but you know what? I'm impressed with both of these teams. There's a reason why both of these teams are in the quarterfinals of the IHSA state playoffs.
Absolutely. They have both earned it. 9-2 Canton, 7-4 Mater Dei. You look at their record at 5-4 coming in to the postseason, but then you look at the schedule. They're an independent. There's only 3 independent teams in Illinois that do not play a conference schedule. They get to pick and choose who they play, and they had tough games early in the season. They played over the river a couple times in Missouri and got beat. Ended up 5-4, but their opponents' combined record of 56-25. 5 of their 7 Illinois opponents are in the playoffs, and from the looks of the St. Louis schools' records, they both made the playoffs on that side. So technically, 7 of the 9 teams they played
are playoff teams. Yeah, playoff eligible, and that's how you get your team set up for the playoffs too. Playing very good competition, knowing that you may have a losing record, but those qualifiers, those multipliers are really going to help you late in the season if you get to that 5-win territory, and that's exactly what happened with them.
BJ Stone and Tony Z chatting here. Justin Rampton filling in at director while Matt Rumler and Don Mathis both run down to get hot chocolate and other little things taken care of.
Food.
But we're in the J.D. Street BP halftime show. Make sure you stop by your J.D. Street BP stores in Canton, over on Locust, also on 5th and Lynn. Thank them for sponsoring the events. Tell them you saw the game and mention that you appreciate their support of it. They've got their stores now painted in purple and gold with Little Giants memorabilia in the store, and they have Champs Chicken, which is outstanding. Justin and I do that a couple times a week. We'll stop and get some Champs Chicken.
Gotta have that Champs
Chicken. It hits the spot
chicken
every time.
You know what? Nothing better than fried chicken, my friend.
Yep. So as we look at these two teams, both defenses look like they're struggling. They are. These are 2 talented offenses and 2 completely different looks. I mean, Breeze runs the spread, Mater Dei I should say, runs the spread. They have 4 wideouts, run out of the shotgun with the quarterback taking all the snaps, and they spread it around the field. And that's what they have to practice against. Meanwhile, Canton is a team that tucks it in. They overbalance the line with both tackles on the same side, with tight ends on the same side. Excuse me. And they'll run that single wing where the snap could go to almost anyone.
That single wing offense has really worked well for Canton all season long. We've seen them, play in the Middle Illini Conference and do a really good job with that single wing. It keeps the defenses honest who want to blitz on one side and really crowd the line of scrimmage. And one of the things that's really impressed me is the way they run the play action pass.
Absolutely.
And then running it at the right time too. There's been a couple of passes that have been knocked down, but if they complete a couple of those passes in the second half, you're going to see a whole new different style of defense played by Mater Dei in the second half.
In the first half, passing-wise for Mater Dei, Schutz goes 12 for 15 for 134 yards. Canton goes 3 for 7 for 69 yards. Wells was 3 for 6, and Yerbick was 0 for 1 because Yerbick threw one pass for a total of, as we said, 69 yards. And Canton's passing game a little bit set up on a deeper route situation more often than not, whereas Mater Dei uses that pass as ball control to get 4 or 5 yards here and there. But on the ground, this is where Canton certainly shined in the first half. 32 rushes for 214 yards as opposed to 9 for 64 for this Mater Dei team. Mater Dei has been balanced all year. They've been able to earn more yards through the air than on the ground. Canton, they're going to come out and try to run it at you. And Canton piles up between 214 rushing and 69 passing, unofficially 283 first half yards here tonight. We're going to take a look next here at halftime at our scoring recap, brought to you by Dempster Insurance in Farmington and Peoria, your Pekin Insurance agents.
Yes.
And Jackson White, our buddy, had one score here. That was on a 4A game in the upper bracket of the quarterfinals tonight. 21-0, Johnsburg over Genoa Kingston in the third quarter. And one more score. We have all sorts of different ways we get scores anymore. Now it's 21-6 in the third. 21-6 in the third.
That's a great point, Justin.
And we'll get to that in just a second. Let me get a couple more scores here in the old score stream and see if anybody else is playing tonight. Don't see any other football games, as most of this is going to be Saturday now. As a matter of fact, we have a Saturday game. Tomorrow night we'll have Peoria High hosting Washington in 5A play.
Yes. Oh.
3 Middle Illini teams still in contention. Metamora still alive. They play tomorrow afternoon. And then
Washington
Washington plays tomorrow night at 7. Yes, I want to give you the Bradley score quick there at home in basketball, and they still have a program. So
what, they do?
Yes, a lot of people don't know that. But Bradley still has a program. They trail Kent State's Golden Flashes 43-25. In the third quarter. That's women's basketball. So they have quarters in women's basketball.
Okay.
The Eureka College women's team stepped up to Division I Murray State tonight. Eureka College has a lot of local flavor to it, though. You've got Sam Sarnes from Havana. You've got the two Duras, Kennedy and Kerrigan from Brimfield, among others on that team. So they get to play some good competition tonight against the Murray State Racers. They trail in the fourth quarter 101-59. Last week we got to see Chloe Churchill, the 4-time all-conference star from Canton, who is now at Southern Illinois Edwardsville. She was close enough to Columbia to come to the game and watch her little Giants in action, and we talked to her at halftime. She's very excited, loves her teammates, and SIU Edwardsville should be a pretty good team in what they call mid-majors Division I women's basketball.
And they play really well. They play good competition as well.
So our scoring recap brought to you by Dempster Insurance. Lori Martin has been with us from the get-go on the Spoon River Online Sports Network. See Dempster Insurance in Farmington and Peoria for all of your insurance needs. They bring you the scoring recap each and every game on the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network. Keys to the game for the team that is behind a comeback. It's the comeback keys brought to you by Polaris Slingshot. Available at Cupie's Motor Mall in North Pekin. Slingshot yourself into the lead with Cupie's Motor Mall in Polaris. Tony, Justin had a point there that Mater Dei has exploited Canton's lack of size, particularly when they throw the ball into the defensive backfield full of guys that are 6'4" against defensive backs that are not that tall.
No, and that's a very great point that Justin made, and I didn't really think about that. And now that I look at the size of the wide receivers that Mater Dei has in the Knights, they are really doing a good job of exploiting And yes, I know I'm small, Justin.
But Canton has one kid back there, Cameron Lucas, at 6'4", 220.
But he's made some good plays
absolutely.
back there too.
Preston Taylor and Evan Otto, 5'11", 6 foot, done a great job. But they are giving up a couple inches, and that's something to watch in the second half. But
most definitely.
Really, we don't have a slingshot key to the game because nobody's behind.
Nobody is behind. But
if Canton was still behind by 8, what would they have to do in the second half?
Well, Canton needs to really continue to exploit, the running game and the running attack, continue to do the things that they have done all season, and that's be gritty, that's be tough, that's be come back when they've been down. Like Columbia last week, you're down a couple of scores late in the ball game, you make a comeback and get a big win. That's a big deal. That's momentum, where you can tell yourself when you're down by that much that, yeah, we can do that.
And you can see these kids buying into it, because Clint Wells had a second and a third and a fourth effort to score. A fake punt on 4th and 9 really should not have been converted, because Breeze Mater Dei covered it very well, but Lucas just beat a couple of tacklers. And he pulled away for a 1-yard pass the line is what he needed to get to make that first down. Jackson's got a shoulder like somebody may have gotten away with a hold there, but that's called football, and there's a hold on every play. It's just the ones they pick out. So, yeah, excellent point again by Justin. He writes down on the chalkboard. These kids just have to play their game and not think about what's at stake here. They're having fun. They're both performing very well, 28 all. All right, if they start to think about, oh boy, one mistake and we're not going to the Final Four, it changes everything.
It does change everything, and I really like the way, since this is my first time watching Canton this year, because I've been covering Prairieland all season, I like the way that both teams have not made mistakes, and that's a great point, Justin. I was about ready to say that. I like the way both teams haven't really made mistakes in this football game, and those lack of mistakes has kind of made this football game a tie.
12 weeks into the season, no turnovers. That's what your coaches are hoping for.
That's what you want to have.
Absolutely. Now you're hoping to force one or two, and we'll see if somebody does that in the second half. But it's set up to the point now where it's tied and nobody has made a mistake. One mistake in this half could be glaring.
Absolutely.
One missed interception, one converted interception, one fumble in a key situation could change everything.
Even a missed extra point too. That could be a really big deal if there's a missed extra point late in the football game.
So that brings it back to what Justin said. Don't think about what's at stake. You made a mistake, if you do make a mistake, forget it. Go back and get the ball back and figure out a way to get back on top.
Get the Men in Black little laser thing in the front of the eye. I don't remember a thing.
That's right, Men in Black. Yeah, you can't get overhyped. You can't get overexcited. You can't get short of breath. You can't start to think that, oh, my goodness, we're still playing football in the middle of November. Yeah. At this point, it doesn't matter. Now it's just a football game. You listen to your coaches. It's 28-28 or 0-0, and you go out in the second half. First thing is to have fun. Second thing is to execute. Third thing is not get hurt. Fourth thing is play hard, and you enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
There's only 64 teams left out of over 500 schools in Illinois playing football this weekend, and these are 2 of them.
Unbelievable.
I love it.
It's great for this Canton town. You've seen what Canton has done for their football team. This place is absolutely 100%
it's rocking tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, this is my first time really being back here in Canton when it comes to watching a football game. I haven't been watching a football game for probably 6 or 7 years now.
Fun, isn't it?
It's very fun watching this Canton team, and it should be a really fun second half watching the Knights quarterback and also the Canton running attack. So I'm excited for the second half, BJ.
All right, we are tied at the half. We'll take one minute timeout, or maybe just 30 seconds if they come back and get ready quicker. But you are listening to the J.D. Street BP halftime show. You're watching tonight's game on the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network on NFHSnetwork.com. Back right after this.
Grandpa's Chainsaw. Scary, loud, hard to start, harder to keep running, and safety features? Not many. At Perkins Seed House, you'll see for yourself how Husqvarna is revolutionizing the chainsaw industry. Husqvarna saws are powerful, ergonomic, and easy to use. Come to Perkins Seed House and try a Husqvarna saw today. See for yourself what has changed since your grandpa bought his first chainsaw. Husqvarna, available at Perkins Seed House in Canton, Havana, and Jacksonville. Online at PerkinsSeedandPower.com. Grandpa would approve.
Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser, is the perfect place to go before or after a ball game, or you can call to have them bring the pizza to you. Monocle's Pizza on 5th Avenue in Canton is a proud supporter of all area schools. Bring the family or bring the whole team into Monocle's for the best pizza around, and make sure to tell them you saw it on the Spoon River Online Sports Network. Mouth-watering. We are back, getting ready for the second half kickoff. Colin Schutz, the kicker and quarterback for Mater Dei, will kick the ball to Canton to start the second half. Tied at 28. It's an all brand new ball game. Here we go. Opening kick is short down to the 30-yard line, and a fair catch called for and made by one of the upmen for Canton. And that was well done by Ethan Ward, one of the defensive linemen, doing what he was told. And Canton will start on the 30-yard line. Very successful first half for both offenses. Canton 4 touchdowns. Mater Dei 3 touchdowns and a kick return for a touchdown. Hope you're enjoying it. Again, if you missed part of that first quarter when there were some technical difficulties that we were not aware of, we apologize. And after the game, you'll be able to rewatch it as the game goes back up. If you have a subscription and you're watching tonight, you'll be able to put it back on again and watch the whole thing because it is recorded. First play of the second half is a handoff to Yerbick. He's cut down right near the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10. Drew Tabin may have got an arm tackle in there and dropped him for no gain. Second down and 10 from the Little Giants' 30-yard line. Just underway here in half number 2. The winner to the Final Four. The losers had a very successful season, nothing to hang their hats about, particularly the way this game is going. Clint Wells tries to sweep to the outside. It is strung out beautifully by the Mater Dei defense, and they drop him for a loss on the play, and it's Drew Tabin again. 4-yard loss. 6'4", 220. Big kid inside wearing number 54, and good speed to boot. And Tabin stayed with Wells all the way to near the sideline and dropped him for a 4-yard loss. It's 3rd and 14. On this opening possession of the second half, Canton will put the formation strong to the left, at least with the backs. One wide receiver split out a few yards to the right. Handoff goes to Yerbick. He's got a little bit of room over the 30, 35, and dropped just shy of the 35, or did he get over the 35? 36-yard line. It'll be 4th and 4 for the Little Giants. Interesting call here from your own 36. Neither of these two teams likes to punt. Canton faked the punt in the first half and did actually punt it away once, and it looks like they're going to line up in punt formation again. Nobody has dropped back yet for Mater Dei. They don't trust this Canton offense to not fake it, so Lucas punts it and gets a great one away. A little bit of a hop, and it's down near the 20-yard line. Nice job by Cameron Lucas on a punt of 44 yards. One of his better kicks of the year will put Mater Dei on offense just outside their own 20 for their first possession. 9:55 to go in the third quarter. One other game tonight in the IHSA, that's it. There are, 32 games in the 8 classes, 4 in each class this weekend. 2 of them being played on Friday night, 30 games tomorrow. Area teams, Metamora plays tomorrow afternoon out of the Mid-Illini. Washington plays tomorrow night against Peoria. We will have that game on the Cupid's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network. And Farmington travels to Monticello, and Monticello will have that game on the NFHS Network. First down throwing. Incomplete. Not able to make the catch on the far side of the field on the pass from Schutz is Jared Niemeyer. And it's second down and 10. Ball on the far hash mark. They'll spot it down at the 21. And we'll see if the defenses catch up to the offenses here in the second half and make a few stops. After the game tonight, Perkins Seedhouse post-game show. We'll give you our player of the game, big hit of the night, post-game scoreboard, scoring recap, lots of stuff going on. Here comes a run by Albers, and he is stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Stepping up to make the tackle is Evan Otto up from the defensive backfield. Nice play. He may have gained a couple of feet, Albers. We'll call it 3rd and 9. Give him a yard. Little Giants forcing the Knights into a 3rd and long. Not much seems to phase, however, this quarterback, Colin Schutz. He is a good one. His wide receiver is talented as well. His offensive line has given him time to throw all night long. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The lone setback is Elber standing next to the quarterback. And Schutz drops back. He fires right side. Down the sideline, leaping to make the grab near midfield. Using that size advantage again is 6'3" junior Lucas Tising. And he grabs it and is brought down at the 48. A gain of 27. First down, Mater Dei. They like that deep sideline pattern. And using that size advantage, as Justin said at halftime, was already showing up a little bit. 3 wideouts left, 1 right. Fakes the handoff and keeps it, does the quarterback. Schutz, and he is wrapped up for no gain. Coming up off the bottom of that pile. Looks like Jarnigan, perhaps, or Gage Miller. Gage Miller was in on that, 51. It looked for a moment like Ethan Ward was coming off the field, but he just came over here to toss a piece of faulty equipment off of his left forearm or left elbow. Canton with 3 down linemen, 2nd down and 10. A couple times tonight, Canton has dropped off the line of scrimmage and everybody stands up and tries to fool the offensive line a little bit. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Fake to Albers, no, handoff to Albers. He will get dropped. Ward's in on that stop after a gain of about 3. 3rd down and 7. Well, they'll give Albers the 48-yard line, gain of 4. It's 3rd down and 6. 7:39 in a rather quick-moving third quarter. And all sorts of excitement in the first quarter. Second quarter a little quieter. Third quarter, both teams with 1 possession so far. And no points on the board. Two wide receivers left, 1 to the right. A fullback set up in the backfield. Will that signify a run? No, we're going to throw it. Streaking down the sideline and making another leaping grab is Tising. He is something else. That was a play-action pass and then just stand up and throw it to a spot, and Tising went and got it. Beautiful timing. Stuck it in there behind the cornerback and before the safety could get over to help. And it's first down at the 24 for Mater Dei. As we approach the 7-minute mark of the third. 3 wide receivers left. Tising is in the slot on the left side now along with Timmerman. And way out wide, Matt Spears. 1 wide out to the right. This handoff will go up inside to Albers, and he's tripped up on a short gain of 1. Might give him 2 there to the 22-yard line. Ball on the far hash. It's 2nd down and 8. Like Evans on the stop again for Canton. And on 2nd and 8, here come the Knights. Lining up with that same set as the first down play. 3 wide left, 1 wide to the right. Running back set behind. Schutz. Might have been a broken play. Schutz had to handle a high snap. Albers, or the running back that time, was Weeder. He went left. And Schutz might have been looking for him to go to the right. Schutz took it himself up the middle and gained about 3. Got it to the 20. This is the old handoff to no one. 3rd down and 6. Ball just inside the Canton 20. Just inside the right hash mark. This near side of the field, the wide side, have 1 wide receiver. 2 wide receivers to the right. 2 setbacks alongside the quarterback Schutz. Big play here for both sides. Schutz will drop back. Pressure coming from behind. Will he get to him? No, he gets rid of it. Throws it down towards the end zone. And nobody there for the catch. It falls incomplete. Good coverage being provided on Matt Spears by Nathan Lucas, who stayed with him stride for stride. And it looked to me like Schutz wisely just threw it where nobody could get it. 4th down. 4 down territory here at the 20. Got to get to the 14 to keep it alive, and they've been very successful at these short passes, 6 or 7 yards on the timing routes. We'll see if Canton can dial up something defensively to hold them right here. At the same time, you have to be wary of that deep down the sideline route. And where is Tysing? Tysing goes out in the slot to the right. 2 wide receivers both ways. Crowd trying to get the Little Giants into it here in the near side. 4th down and 6. Shoots, barking out signals. Takes the snap, steps back, fires it deep towards the corner. Too tall. Incomplete. Canton holds. Decent coverage down there in the corner. Looked like Preston Taylor. Stride for stride with the furthest outside receiver, Jared Niemeyer. And Canton takes over at the 20. Both teams fail to score in their first second half drive. And it's 5:12 left in the third. Remain tied at 28. That could be a key play in this contest. Last week, early, Columbia lined up for a 48-yard field goal, which kind of surprised everyone in attendance. Came up a little bit short, but gave it a good go. I don't think we'll see, from what we've seen here tonight, anybody try for maybe more than, 35 or so, if they had to. Here's the snap to Wells. Wells coming right, gets a good kick out, blocking, he's got room, 30, 35, cut back to the 40, to the 50, inside modern-day territory, hauled down is Clint Wells, but not until he gets to the Knights' 34-yard line. Jake Timmerman on the stop. The gain is 46 yards. Clint Wells did one of those for 74 last week. That did not result in a score because Canton was held 4 times from the 6-yard line. We'll see if they can turn that big long run into some points here tonight. Or will the Knights come up with another stop? 4:55 left in the third quarter. Wells, see if he gets a breather on this play and somebody else takes over. It's Magnuson right up the middle. Stacked up at the line and pushed backwards. Mason Tennis in the middle. I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage or not. They say he did. No gain, second down and a long 9. A little bit of a gain there to the 33 perhaps. 4:25 to go in the third. Canton lines up the 2 up setbacks in that single wing to the right. They will go right with Wells. He will get stood up near the line of scrimmage and fight his way for a couple of extra yards. Battling down near the 30. Stretched out again well by the defense. Coming up from the bottom of the pile, Drew Timmerman, a 190-pound sophomore. He's 6'2". And he was helped out on that play by Jared Niemeyer, the 6'4", 170-pound senior. 3rd down and 6. Canton now with 265 yards on the ground. I would say Wells would be probably the yardage leader of that group, followed by Yerbick. Canton lines up strong right again. 3rd down and 7 from the 30. What do they dial up? They try that little play up in the middle again to the up man 32. Bryce Adams, I believe, took the carry. That worked well in the first half. They got a couple. Was it 32? Adams on the carry, got it down to the 27-yard line. Need to get to the 24. Let's call it 4th down and a short 4, long 3 here. We are still tied with 2:55 to go in the third. There is no wind in play. The flag hangs quietly on the west end flagpole behind the goalposts. 4th down. Wells takes the snap, sweeps left. Will he get to the marker? He does! 1st down, Canton inside the 25. They just, again, went with student body. Got about 5 blockers out front. That play's not designed necessarily to go all the way, just to get the yardage needed, and it does. And Wells adds to his total, and Canton has a 1st down at the modern-day 22. Well, I haven't guessed much tonight, but I'm guessing pass here on 1st down. from the 22-yard line. Canton has been heavy run here in the second half. Will they try to cross up this Mater Dei defense? It seems to me the situation calls for it, perhaps. No. Magnuson up the middle. Good yardage inside for the big man. He's still on his feet. And he's down near first down yardage. Ethan Magnuson. He goes all the way down inside the 15 to the 13, a yard shy. And it's 2nd down and 1. Got to get just outside the 12 for the first down. Was that Wells? My bad. Thought it was Magnuson, but Wells charging up the middle for 9 more. The only other game tonight ended the third period. Johnsburg 28, Genoa Kingston 13. That's in the upper bracket of 4A. 2 teams will be put into the Final Four tonight. 2 more tomorrow. Wells waits for Yerbick, gives him that little reverse handoff. Yerbick sweeping left inside the 5 before he stood up. It is a first down and then some for Canton. They're going to mark him down. It looks like at about the 3-yard line if this side judge on the near side has the spot. And Canton is looking at a 1st and goal. That one a little slower to develop than normal. It seemed Wells waited an extra beat for Yerbick to get there. Might have been by design. Handed off behind him like that little relay handoff again. And it's 1st and goal, Little Giants. Canton trying to throw multiple looks at Mater Dei tonight, and they have. That was another long gain of about 15. 1st down and goal at the 3. It's Wells, bangs into the line, runs into a brick wall. That time as the Knights push him backwards. 2nd down. Well, that was just beef on beef right there. And looked like rugby. Not a lot of yardage gained or lost either way. 2nd down and goal. They spot him just outside the 2. They give him the 1-yard line on that? 2-yard gain just outside the 1. All right. I didn't think he got that far. Knowing the Little Giants, he snuck a handoff to a lineman or something. Formation is set up strong to the left, actually, and goes to Magnuson. He looks for a seam, and he finds it. Ethan Magnuson to the end zone. Canton touchdown. Little Giants lead 34-28 with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. The first scoring play of the second half. Ethan Magnuson played that fullback spot most of the year, has been a key member of the defense, has taken his turn carrying the ball the last 2 weeks, and the young man just punched it home for the lead for the Little Giants. Here's Theobald's extra point. Good pressure up the middle, but Theobald gets it off, and it's good. 35-28 Little Giants on the Cupie's Motorball Spoon River Online Sports Network.
More than just a convenience store, it's a destination. The J.D. Street Stores at 5th and Lynn and Locust and Avenue C in Canton proudly announced the addition of Champ's Chicken. Delicious Champ's Chicken and all the fixins available only in Fulton County at your J.D. Street Stores. Champ's features full dinners with sides or tasty snacks. Take it with you if you're on the go or enjoy your Champ's Chicken right at the counter. Your newly remodeled J.D. Street Stores have ice-cold drinks of all kinds at the fountain and in the coolers. Stop and see us. We're more than just a convenience store at the J.D. Street BP locations in Canton.
There was a good look at that J.D. Street BP store at 5th and Lynn in Canton. Champ's Chicken. I can smell it from here. After that, after we went to break there, flag was thrown on the play, and the fellow that got good pressure up the middle for Mater Dei actually made contact with the kicker, and they mark it off on the kickoff. So Canton will be kicking 5 yards upfield on the running into the kicker penalty from the 45 instead of the 40. If it's roughing the kicker, it's all the way into Mater Dei territory for the kickoff. This is just running into the kicker. In other words, this would be a lot less than what Richard Sherman did this last weekend. That wasn't pretty. From the 45 now, Canton kicks right from the tail of the stylish C at midfield. Theobald puts it down to the 16-yard line. Man runs into his own blocker trying to get back upfield and is brought down at the 28. I think it was Niemeyer on the return. It was. They'll give him the 29, and Breeze Mater Dei will start from there. 5 seconds left in the third. They'll run one play here, and we'll switch ends. And we'll have one more quarter to go. Canton has just taken the lead with the first scoring play of the second half on a run by Ethan Magnuson. 1 yard off left guard for the lead touchdown. Mater Dei will send two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Way outside is Tyson, who's been the favorite target tonight of Schutz. Little confusion in the backfield again as Albers runs into the quarterback, but Albers able to get forward over the 30 to about the 33 before being tackled by a host of Little Giants. Ian Stairwald in on the play. Among others, a 4-yard gain. 1 quarter to play. Canton 35, Mater Dei 28. This one is far from over on the Cupid's Motorball Spoon River Online Sports Network.
Fairview State Banking Center in Fairview is a local small-town bank with advanced banking services for today's online customers. Go to fairviewstate.com to learn about the many online conveniences along with the cutting-edge safety technology they have to protect your valuable info. Mark, Clay, and the staff at Fairview State Bank invite you to come in and see them anytime in their newly remodeled quarters to allow them to show you what Fairview State Bank can do for you. Fairview State Bank in Fairview. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC. Don't wait for a crash course in auto insurance. Know your coverage. Dempster Insurance Agency in Peoria and Farmington, your local independent Pekin insurance agent, wants to review your auto policy with you to make sure you understand what's covered and what's not. That's the advantage of having a real, live agent close at hand. Dempster Insurance Agency at 682-2400 in Peoria or 245-2800 in Farmington is ready to go beyond the expected with Pekin Insurance for you and your auto policy. No one can predict accidents, but you can prepare for them.
Back in here to start quarter number 4 at Ron Feinestock Field. It is 35-28 Canton as we go to the fourth. And the Little Giants trying to hold the Knights. Pass from Schutz is complete to Tyson, and he's out to the 40. That's good for a first down. Tyson is as good as we've seen at wideout, and Schutz certainly as good as our crew has seen this year in any of the ball games we've done across the state. This is a good combination, quarterback and receiver. How many? 200 yards passing on the night now. Mater Dei is having trouble running the ball. That pass is tipped in midair, diving to try to make the interception, but it bounced and short-hopped into the arms of Preston Taylor. He bolted towards that tipped football, but couldn't get there in time. 2nd and 10. Looked like Nathan Miller got a hand on it to knock it up in the air from his left defensive end spot. And now 2nd and 10. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. Schutz hollering out signals both ways. Lets his center know what he wants. Man goes in motion. Schutz keeps it, almost tripped down, was able to regain his balance. Gets forward for about 3 yards. 3rd down and 7 on the keeper. Out near the 43-yard line. Could have easily fumbled that ball. Another opportunity here on 3rd and long for Canton to get a stop. Mater Dei has been very successful all night long moving the sticks. Niemeyer, Tyson, Timmerman come down to the right side of the formation, down to the near side of the bottom of your screen, but the throw will go left instead. Catch is made, trying to get desperately the first down marker and coming up 3 yards short is the receiver all by his lonesome over on the left side, and I do believe that was Matt Spears that made the catch, and it's going to be 4th down. Fourth down, 2.5 to 3 yards to go. The ball is between the 47 and 48. The sticks are just over midfield. Huge play with 10:18 to play. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Canton a good yard off the football. They don't want to jump off sides. And now dropping back into almost a punt formation and a timeout called from the sideline to think things over. Mater Dei tried to draw the Little Giants offside. They did not. Before the clock expired, they take timeout. We'll take timeout as well to tell you about the big run coming up at the Canton Family YMCA, the Turkey Trot, which happens Thanksgiving. Register before the 14th, which is Monday, to guarantee a shirt. $5 off for groups of 3 or more. Use the discount code FamilyTrot16 when you register online. Go to CantonFamilyYMCA.org for all of the info about the event and to sign up. The fall program schedules are available at both the Canton and Farmington locations. Sign-up is underway for youth basketball as well, which happens all winter long at the Y. Well, Matt, they took a timeout, their first, so they should have 2 left, right? Mater Dei has 2, Canton has 3, with 10:09 to play. And Mater Dei comes back out once again with the offense. Quarterback is up under center right now. We'll see if he stays there. Double tight end set. No, 1 wide receiver split to the left. Full house backfield. Pitch back. Cutting upfield and breaking into the free. To the 30, the 25, the 20, and hauled down from behind. But a huge play on 4th and 3 for Mater Dei. They almost take it to the house. They went full house, backfield behind the quarterback, a pitch and a power sweep of their own, and a huge run turned in by Jake Weeder. Oh, my. They were on their own 48. They went all the way down to the 10, a gain of 42 yards. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and the drive stays alive for the Knights. Now we've got flags and confusion in the middle of the line. Here comes the preliminary signal. It is a false start on the offense, 1st and 15. Little Giants lead it by 7. 1st down and goal from the 15 now for Mater Dei, and now it looks like Canton might have been drawn off in the middle of that defensive line. We'll see. It's on the offense. Mark them back to the 20. 1st and goal from there. We'll have Matt switch over to that hot spot here in just a minute. 1st and goal from the 20. 9:27 to play. It's a handoff. No, it's not. Quarterback keeper. And he's dropped for a loss. He read the option was an opening up the middle for himself. Schutz did and got tackled at the 21. 2nd down and goal. Nine minutes to play. Dropping back, shoots, firing, right side, complete. Tyson stays on his feet. He's at the 5. He dives for the end zone and gets there. 21-yard touchdown pass from Schutz to Tyson. Tyson kept his feet, did a complete 360 spin, and scores. 35-34. 8:36 to play. Here comes the extra point. And then we're going to try to switch to a different hotspot, Matt, just so you know. Mater Dei going to try to tie it up here, or will they go for two? They've asked the ball to be set about 3 yards left of center. They will empty the backfield. 3 wide right, 2 to the left. They're going for 2. No backs with the quarterback shoots. They spread Canton all the way across the field. Schutz will take it up the middle. He will get there. 36-35 Mater Dei, 8:36 to play. Back in just a bit on the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network.
We welcome back Williamsfield Veterinary Service to the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network list of partners. Williamsfield Veterinary Service is on Gale Street in Williamsfield, with Dr. Janelle McFarland-Schroet proudly providing the area with outstanding state-of-the-art care for your small pets. They also provide a boarding service. They've got in-house time-saving blood work and much, much more. Williamsfield Veterinary Service. As you're watching the game, click over and like their page on Facebook.
.8:36 to play. Mater Dei has taken the lead on a beautiful connection from Colin Schutz to his favorite wide receiver, Lucas Teising. Teising spun off of 2 tacklers at the 5 and then had a nose for the end zone. He got there on his feet, leaning forward, across the goal line. Teising carries it in up the middle on the extra point. And Mater Dei back on top, 36-35. Short kick again. Gossett at the 30. Gets out to about the 35. And Canton will start there. Was that Gossett? It was not. It was J.T. Shaw made the catch. One of the Canton linebackers, and brought it back 5 yards to the 35. 8:31 to play. Again, thank you for watching tonight on the NFHS Network. If you missed part of that first quarter, do know that it is all there, and as soon as the game's over and it's uploaded, you can go to the on-demand section and watch that entire first quarter over again if you'd like. It was a wild one, and we missed part of it with some technical difficulties. Here comes Yerbick on a carry to the left. He will get just past the line of scrimmage before being brought down about the 37-yard line, gain of 1 or 2 for the Little Giant wingback. Good defense that time by the Knights as they stretched it out. Yerbick did find a seam and duck up for a couple of yards. Move it forward, 2nd and 8. Cameron Lucas jogging in from the sideline along with Ethan Magnuson. They were out there for that first play and just went to the sideline quick and got the call. Formation strong to the right. Wells takes it right up inside. Spins off of a couple of tacklers, keeps the feet moving. Up over the 40 to the 42. Hard running Clint Wells. 3rd down and 3 after that gain of 5. Clock is at 7:28 and moving. Little Giants down 1. Full allotment of timeouts. 2 timeouts remaining for the Mater Dei Knights. Ten seconds left on the play clock. Plenty of time as the Giants get to the line. With the formation strong to the left. Snap to Wells. Wells looking for that one block. He will get the first down. Keeps it moving. Out near midfield. First down, Canton. Clint Wells and a host of blockers with another first down. And is there a player still down on the near sideline? Well, maybe not. It's the official's holding his spot and wants everybody to stay out of the way for him. It's at the 49-yard line of Mater Dei. Into the huddle for this play, sophomore Dylan Walton. Had some big carries, big yardage carries last week, late in the game against the Columbia Eagles. As Canton eliminated Columbia with a late comeback, 27-21. Flags fly. And it should be procedure against the offense from where that came from. It is. 1st and 15. It'll move it back on the Canton side of the field to the 46. 6:40 to play. The winner plays on next week at either top-seeded Althoff Catholic in Belleville, or they will go to Rochester to play the 5th-seeded Rockets, whoever wins that game tomorrow. And it's a complicated system about week 4 to try to figure out who's at home, but near as I can tell my calculations, everybody's on the road from this game. Here's Walton with some speed. Gets back past the original line of scrimmage to about the modern-day 48 and gains 6. It's a good gain on first down, 2nd down and 9. Walton very quick, had a head of steam, and if he could have busted through that second level right there, would have been interesting to watch a foot race to the flag. Modern Day doesn't have a lot of players that play just one way. A lot of kids go both ways, and you see some substitutions here in the 4th quarter to get some fresh bodies out there. Jace Barfield now at the safety spot, number 8. Let's see what the Little Giants call here on 2nd and 9. Wells falls down. Was rolling left, looked to be setting up a pass play, slipped down, knee hit down at the 44 of the Little Giants. Big loss of 7 yards, and Canton now faces a 3rd and 16. With 5:27 on the clock. Canton may consider this 4th down territory if they pick up 10 or 11 yards and go for it on 4th and short. If they're left 4th and long near midfield, my guess is they'll try to kick it. Formation strong to the right, ball on the right hash mark. Here comes Wells, fakes up the middle, steps back, fires deep, down the middle's got a man. It's caught! It's Cade Stansel. When the chips are down, you're late in the game. Hole number 12 comes up with a catch for the 2nd week in a row in a key situation. 38 yards down to the 18-yard line of Mater Dei. Canton first down. 4:50 to play, clock runs. Oh, this is far from over. Tony Z said at halftime, last team with the ball wins. He may be exactly right on this one. This is coming down to the nail-biting finish, just like one of those wild and wacky Big 12 games when Texas A&M starts throwing it all over the field. There's Magnuson bouncing off that defensive line inside the 15 to the 14, running with great confidence for just having carried the ball a few times this year. Ethan's having fun with the football in his hands, and he takes it down to the 14, 2nd down and 6. This is where yardage has been hard to come by against this Mater Dei defense, though. And they pretty much stay with their base package. They have 4 down linemen occasionally and have gone to 5 down linemen against this Canton running attack. Little Giants are probably over 300 yards rushing now, 313 unofficially. They've had a good night on the ground, over 6 yards a carry. Flag. Flag starting to pile up on both squads here in the 4th quarter. This one probably against Canton, and will push them back and make it 2nd and 11. False start, Little Giants. Take it back to the 19. 6th penalty of the night on Canton. 5 5-yarders and 1 holding penalty. Hadn't been an overly abundant amount of penalties, but there have been some key ones here. 2nd down and 11 now for Canton. They've got to get to the 8-yard line for a new set of downs. 3:39 to play. Clock runs. 3:35 to play. 2nd and 11. Snap goes to Wells. Handoff. Yerbick. He's going to throw. Fires it to the 5-yard line where the catch is made. Ethan Magnuson, 2nd catch of the night. 1st and goal, Little Giants. Drake Yerbick completes a pass. Good for, what was that, 13 yards? And the Little Giants are 1st and goal. Was it Denver and Green Bay several years ago in the Super Bowl that they were trying to decide whether they left too much time on the clock? That comes into play here again with 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Do you try to milk the clock here and take a chance, or do you try to get in as soon as possible? Elway came back against Green. Yeah, you guys, all you Denver fans up here. Here's Wells. Down close to the goal line, pushed backwards. They're going to mark him at the 4, a short gain. Thought he got a little further downfield than that, but they give him just the 1. Second down and goal. Clock runs with 2:40. Mater Dei saving their timeouts, just as Canton had to make that decision in the first half. Do we use one here and keep some clock, or do we try to hold them onto the end zone? Canton, by the way, if they're in a 4th and 5, 4th and 6, 4th and 7, they've also got the option of trying a short field goal from Spencer Theobald. 9 seconds left on the play clock, 2:15 on the game clock. Wide receiver to the right, split out a few yards. Formation strong to the left. Here comes that student body with Wells. He's got the nose for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Canton. Clint Wells and about 6 other Little Giants dive into the left corner of the end zone. Canton on top, 41-36. 2:06 to play. Now this is interesting. Go for 1, and you're up 6. And that forces them to make the extra point. If you go for 2, you're up 7, and now not only do the Knights have to score the touchdown, but they have to convert the extra point. Tony says he's going for 2. Donnie, your vote. Matt, your vote. Matt says 2. Justin says go for 3. Give yourself an 8-point lead. Good call. Good call. Formation strong right. It's Yerbick. Yerbick looking for the corner. Sticks the football out, and he gets it over the goal line. Canton up by 7. 43-36. 2:06 to play. But here come the Knights. They'll have the ball after this on the Spoon River Online Sports Network.
We welcome back Williamsfield Veterinary Service to the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network list of partners. Williamsfield Veterinary Service is on Gale Street in Williamsfield, with Dr. Janelle McFarland-Schroet proudly providing the area with outstanding state-of-the-art care for your small pets. They also provide a boarding service. They've got in-house time-saving blood work and much, much more. Williamsfield Veterinary Service. As you're watching the game, click over and like their page on Facebook.
What? We are back. Having fun here in the booth, having fun down in the field are these players. I hope the coaches are having fun because both sides have done a fantastic job tonight putting together a game plan against good defenses to put points on the board and make an incredibly exciting game for the fans. 43-36 Canton, 2:06 to play. One of the final 4 has been set as Johnsburg has beaten Genoa Kingston 42-13. Tomorrow, on the upper half of the bracket, it is Herscher and Chicago Phillips to determine who plays Johnsburg. Also tomorrow, Althoff Catholic plays Rochester to determine who plays the winner of this one. And this one is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. 43-36. Little Giants with 2:06 to play. Everybody on their feet on the near side and a packed full grandstand for Canton. Trying to get the deepest in the playoffs they've ever been. Kick to the 15. Back up the middle comes the return man. Hit hard and stood up at the 30. And pushed back by a host of Little Giants led by Ethan Magnuson. 70 yards to pay dirt now for Mater Dei. 1:56 to do it. 2 timeouts to go. Canton does have 3 timeouts as well if Mater Dei is able to bust something down the field quickly and do to Canton what Canton did to Columbia last week. I tell you what, from what I've seen this year in 12 weeks of football all over Illinois, if I want a quarterback with 1:56 to play, this kid's as good as any of them. Colin Schutz has an empty backfield and 5 wide receivers, 3 left and 2 right. He sends Tyson in motion. Tyson stops at the left tight end position. Quick pass, double pump, incomplete. Flag down. And Preston Taylor may have gotten a little bit too much as he was defending right there on number 11. That's Jared Niemeyer. Interference, Canton. Wasn't much. But that double pump probably did it because he thought the pass was coming out the first time, went ahead and made the tackle. He grabbed his jersey, and then on the double pump, that's when the ball got there. So 15 yards to mark off in high school out to the 45. First down. Mater Dei, the Knights approaching midfield here with 1:52 to play. Three wide receivers go to the left, two to the right again. Shoots, giving instructions, telling him what patterns he wants them to run. On 1st and 10 from their own 45, here come the Knights. Shoots, fires. Caught, short of first down yardage. Clock will run. Cameron Lucas on the tackle. And Spears on the catch. 9-yard gain, second down, 1 to go. Clock runs at 1:35. Do they spike it here or do they carry on? They line up quickly. 3 wideouts right, 1 left. Quick pass outside and too far outside for the intended receiver on the timing pattern. Shaw helps Spears back to his feet. It's 3rd down and 1. Clock stops now at 1:27 to play. It's on the Little Giant 46. What a ball game. What a ball game. Mater Dei to the line on 3rd and 1. This has not fazed them at all tonight. 3 wideouts right, 2 left. Straight up the middle goes the QB. Shoots. First down, hit and wrapped up by Gage Miller. First down, midfield, middle of the field at about the 40-yard line. Clock stops for the reset of the chains. The Knights are at the line of scrimmage. Giants are looking to the sideline for some last-minute instructions. Trying to match up here, man to man. They leave a setback in this time and have 4 wide receivers. Maybe going deep. Oh, we've got a flag. Somebody wasn't set. And that'll set them back 5 yards, the Knights, I do believe, with 1:15 to play. You know what? It's 1st and 10, and you're only 1:15 left, and you got to go all the way anyway. That's not a bad penalty because it actually stops the clock. So it's 1st and 15 with 1:15. 75 seconds left in regulation here in Canton. Two wide receivers on each side of the offensive set. Shoots it in midfield, catches the snap, backs up to his own 46, fires outside. Diving attempt through the hands of the intended receiver at the Canton 36. Incomplete. Looking for Tising out there. And made sure he put it away from the defensive back, but he put it too far away from his own man to make the diving attempt. 2nd and 15 with 1:02 to play. Nobody sitting down on this side. Mater Dei, they've been here before. Their fans are sitting down over there enjoying the contest, having a cup of hot chocolate. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Shoots will roll left. Flows away from pressure. Throws it down the sideline where it is caught for a 5-yard gain. Clock runs. Tyson made the catch in bounds. Will that force them to call timeout here? I don't know if they know the clock's running. It's down to 45 seconds. The official definitely said, keep the clock going. Timmerman telling his teammates, clock's running here, guys. They want to know why it was running. The coach is on the field asking why was the clock running. And the official is explaining when he caught it, the knee was down inbounds. And I saw the official right in front of the play wind the arm to keep the clock going. Timeout is taken by Mater Dei with 39.1 seconds left. And my guess is they won't get any time left back on the clock because they were questioning. That was 10 seconds from the time that the play was whistled dead till the time that they decided to stop the clock and call timeout. We'll keep it here. 39.1 on the clock. It's 43-36. And once again, the official did the motion of like a third base coach sending a runner home. That means to the man upstairs to keep the clock running. If they would have called the timeout right there, they would have stopped it 47, 48 seconds left. As it is, it's down to 39 with 1 timeout remaining. Probably used that timeout a lot quicker than they wanted to. Here come the Knights out of the sideline huddle. And don't forget, even if they score, they've got a decision to make, and they've been very good at two-point conversions tonight. Canton does not want to take that chance. Shoots up under, well, not under center, but out of the shotgun, takes it straight forward. He'll get the first down. And Magnuson makes a stop with a shoestring tackle at the 27-yard line. First down. Clock stops with 33.5. Mater Dei to the Little Giant 27. They're lined up and ready to go. As soon as the ball is set and the clock starts, they'll be ready to snap it. Here we go. 31, 30. The snap. Straight back. Over the middle. Pass knocked down by Evan Otto. Two receivers very close together down there in the middle of the field, both running posts. And Otto was able to step in between them and knock it away. It's second down and 10. The clock stops at 24.4. Little Giants hollering on the sideline to get another D-back in here. What are they going to do? Nobody comes on yet. Second and 10, 24 seconds, 3 wideouts to the right. Timeout Canton. There was confusion on the defense. I think Canton wants different personnel on the field. And they call a timeout. Nothing hurt there. Still 2 timeouts remaining. 1 timeout for Mater Dei. The clock was stopped anyway. 24.4 seconds left. 19 for 29 for 238 unofficially for Schutz and the Mater Dei Knights. On the ground, 20 carries, 142 yards. About 360 yards of offense for them. 370, 380 almost. The balance has come back as they've had some running plays that have gained them some yards in the second half. 24.4 seconds on the clock. The ball on the far hash mark, second and 10. This is as quiet as it's been as the Canton fans catch their breath for a brief moment. And who did Canton send out there in defensive backfield? Stanzel's out there. Yerbik's out there. Otto. Preston Taylor, Cameron Lucas, Nathan Lucas. 6 D-backs on the field. 3 down linemen. We'll see if they try to put pressure on the QB. Handoff. Tyson dives for the stick. He will definitely be out of bounds at around the 17. Does he get the first down? That used 6 seconds. We're down to 18.3 on the clock. Second down and short. They say he's a foot short of the first down. Again, that yardage doesn't, a third down I should say, yardage doesn't really, down and distance doesn't matter. They've got to get in the end zone. Third down, 1 to go at the Canton 18. And officials are discussing. What do we have? They want 20.1 seconds back on the clock. Another 1.8 seconds back on the clock. So it goes to 20.1. Lucas Ketchum, the senior, down here imploring the fans in the Canton sideline to make some noise. 3 wide receivers right, 2 left, again an empty backfield. Shoots, goes up to the center, takes the snap, dives forward on a sneak for the first down. Tried to catch Canton napping, still on his feet. That used a lot of time before they blow the whistle with 11.8 in the first down. Still with 1 timeout remaining. The ball is on the 11-yard line. First down. Here comes a timeout. Canton. Canton uses their second timeout. Strategy. Oh, my goodness. It is coming right down to the wire again. Last week, Canton led by 6. They held on the last play of the game. Columbia's pass was knocked down. Here, Canton leads by 7. There's 11.8 seconds left. Columbia does have a timeout. So does Canton. And Columbia probably has 2 plays they can run, maybe 3. Unbelievable football game as Canton is in their third exciting playoff game in a row. Little Giants defense hustling back out. Defensive backs all over the field. Wide receivers all over the field. And yet the last play was a run. Go figure. Now Schutz is moving wide receivers everywhere. He's got 3 to the left, 2 to the right. In motion, they're going to flood the left side. Throw it back to the right on the fade. He's got a man. Touchdown! Mater Dei. They went one-on-one right side with the fade pattern. Everybody else on the other side. And Matt Spears in the end zone. And it's 43-42 with 6.7 seconds left. Mater Dei has not been stopped on 2-point conversions, have they? They've tried 2. Mater Dei takes their final timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout and let you catch your breath before the last play or the extra point play here on the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network.
Grandpa's Chainsaw. Scary, loud, hard to start, harder to keep running, and safety features? Nothing. At Perkins Seed House, you'll see for yourself how Husqvarna is revolutionizing the chainsaw industry. Husqvarna saws are powerful, ergonomic, and easy to use. Come to Perkins Seed House and try a Husqvarna saw today. See for yourself what has changed since your grandpa bought his first chainsaw. Husqvarna, available at Perkins Seed House in Canton, Havana, and Jacksonville. Online at PerkinsSeedandPower.com. Grandpa would approve.
What a beautiful touchdown play for Mater Dei as quarterback Colin Schutz sent a man in motion, had 4 wide receivers left of the interior line. Everybody thought the play was going that way. They get a defensive back out here on the island. Matt Spears runs the fade. He's a good-sized kid, 6'4", 180 pounds. And Schutz laid it in as well as any quarterback at any level, anywhere. Now here comes the 2-point conversion for the win. This is for all the marbles tonight. And Canton sees the formation. They call a timeout. Both teams are out of timeouts. That had to be taken by Canton. They're the only team that had one left. So now, you know what? You can't leave the timeouts on the field. When the clock hits 0, you might as well have them used up. What movie was that where Dan Fouts kept saying you don't hold anything back? Waterboy? Yeah. Can't hold anything back, Brent. I know. (43-42) Canton. 6.7 seconds to play. The extra point here decides the game as they go for 2. Mater Dei is going for the win. At least that's the way they came out last time. And they are not going for the single point to tie it up and go overtime. Here it is. Colin Schutz, their talented cornerback, sends Timmerman in motion. He hands it off. Canton's got it covered. Will they stop him short? They thought they had him. No signal yet. Canton holds the very far side of the field. He did not get in. No good, says the referee. He couldn't have been more than a few inches. Trevor Johnson gave it all he had to make it to the goal line. Canton holds. It's 43-42. They still have to defend an onside kick here with 6.7 seconds left. The game is not over. The Mater Dei coaches are expressing displeasure. It's heartbreaking, no doubt about it. If he gets in as close as it was, it's obviously just as heartbreaking the other way. Both teams signaled that they had been successful. Canton was waving the baseball safe sign as if he didn't make it. There were several Mater Dei linemen with their hands in the air. That referee was at least 80 yards away from our location, waited for the official call, and he said, no good. 6.7 seconds left. It is not over. Too much stuff has happened in the last 2 weeks that we've seen in person to think that this is over. What a ball game. Canton has 10 men within 5 yards of midfield. The all-hands team. They look like they're going to kick it towards the left. It's Jace Barfield with the kick. No, the regular kicker kicks it. Loose ball. Down on the ground. Looked like Nathan Lucas had a hand on it first. Did he come up with it? Yes, he did. Canton ball. Now, the Little Giants have to do something they have not done all year. If they want to do the victory formation and take a knee, they got to take a snap from center. They have a shotgun team 100% of the time, and you don't know how tough it is for the center to suddenly snap it directly to the quarterback. They may just go with their bread and butter and snap the shotgun snap and take a knee. It's what they do. Flag has been thrown on the far side of the field. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Mater Dei. We'll mark it off 15 yards and put it in their side of the field. And the Canton Little Giants will snap this ball from the Mater Dei 42 or 43, if my math is still Minnesota stellar. It is, 42-yard line. Little Giants, full house backfield, double tight end, setting them formation as tight as they can. Magnuson's now coming out. Do they have one too many out there? Now they want him to stay. I think they wanted him back in that victory formation. Wells waits for him to reset. Wells will go up under center with 5.5. Everybody sets. Wells takes the snap. Mater Dei plays it clean and straight. The players hug in a sign of sportsmanship. And the Canton Little Giants are going to the Class 4A Final Four with a 43-42 thriller over the Mater Dei Knights out of Breeze. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, come back with our post-game show brought to you by Perkins Seed House. What a ball game on the Spoon River Online Sports Network.
Grandpa's Chainsaw. Scary, loud, hard to start, harder to keep running, and safety features? Not many. At Perkins Seed House, you'll see for yourself how Husqvarna is revolutionizing the chainsaw industry. Husqvarna saws are powerful, ergonomic, and easy to use. Come to Perkins Seed House and try a Husqvarna saw today. See for yourself what has changed since your grandpa bought his first chainsaw. Husqvarna, available at Perkins Seed House in Canton, Havana, and Jacksonville. Online at PerkinsSeedandPower.com. Grandpa would approve. Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser, is the perfect place to go before or after a ball game, or you can call to have them bring the pizza to you. Monocle's Pizza on 5th Avenue in Canton is a proud supporter of all area schools. Bring the family or bring the whole team into Monocle's for the best pizza around, and make sure to tell them you saw it on the Spoon River Online Sports Network. Mouth-watering cheese and toppings, the delicious one-of-a-kind Monocle's crust, you can't beat Monocle's Pizza. For delivery, call 647-1127. And once again, don't forget to tell them that you heard and saw it on the Spoon River Online Sports Network. More than just a convenience store, it's a destination. The J.D. Street Stores at 5th and Lynn and Locust and Avenue C in Canton proudly announced the addition of Champs Chicken. Delicious Champs Chicken and all the fixins available only in Fulton County at your J.D. Street Stores. Champs features full dinners with sides or tasty snacks. Take it with you if you're on the go, or enjoy your Champs Chicken right at the counter. Your newly remodeled J.D. Street Stores have ice-cold drinks of all kinds at the fountain and in the coolers. Stop and see us. We're more than just a convenience store at the J.D. Street BP locations in Canton. The best tan is the tan you get from Intense Tans across from Walgreens on East Olive Street in Canton. Like Intense Tans on Facebook to see all the great offers and specials they have. Whether you prefer standard tanning beds or stand-up tanning or even spray-on tanning, you can get your tan at Intense Tans. Keep that summer tan as long as you can, or make sure before you take a vacation to someplace warm this winter you get a solid base before you leave. Check out their full line of professional tanning products too at Intense Tans, 30 East Olive, just off Main Street in Canton.
Welcome back in to the QB's Motorball Spoon River Online Sports Network. That throng you see on the east end of the field is the Canton team and their fans, as students rushed from both ends of the field, and as Don Camera One Mathis said, that student body left and right, all in one play. They came from all directions to swarm out onto the field to congratulate their Little Giants on a thrilling 43-42 victory that was not decided until the game's very final extra point with 6.7 seconds left to go. Somewhat controversial, it appears, as the modern-day coaching staff not happy. Nothing serious. They just had a discussion with the officials. The officials are now gone. Modern-day coaching staff addressing their team on the east end, Canton, or on the west end, I should say, Canton on the east end of the field. Fans, players, coaches all gathering there. It is the post-game show now brought to you by Perkins Seed House in Havana, Canton, and Jacksonville. Check out the complete line of Husqvarna chainsaws right now. See why they're not your grandpa's chainsaw at Perkins Seed House. The Canton Little Giants are going to the IHSA Final Four semifinals for the first time in school history, as Coach Ryan Pearson has now led his team to a record of 10-2 with two thrilling last-minute victories where they hold off the opposition. Last week, 27-21 at Columbia. Tonight, 43-42 at home against Breeze Mater Dei. And now next week, it is Willie Nelson time. It's on the road again. And it's either going to be in Belleville or Rochester. We'll find out tomorrow. And talk about daunting tasks as the competition gets better each week. This Mater Dei team gave it everything. And next week, you're going to run into a buzzsaw either way with Althoff Catholic or with recently five-time champion Rochester. Our big hit of the night is brought to you by Spoon River Speedway. Spoon says thanks to everyone who came out this year to the track. Go to SpoonRiverSpeedway.com or check out Spoon's Facebook page for updates about 2017. And it was just a clean, well-played football game all around. I don't have one hard hit of the night that stands out, but we'll say that the hit of the night, if you will have to be the tackle of the night on that extra point play. Didn't see who got it. We'll give it to the Canton defense. They held on that two-point conversion by just inches to win this game, and that is our big hit of the night. It was a hard enough hit to keep the running back out of the end zone. Give it up for the Canton defense, and it was so far away and so many people down there we didn't get an exact number, and it doesn't matter. Win as a team, lose as a team, and the whole team was in on it. Next up, it's the player of the game brought to you by Monocle's Pizza in Canton. Call 647-1127 for carryout or delivery, or dine in at Monocle's Pizza, 5th Avenue in Canton, proudly supporting all area athletes. I'm going to bring in the whole crew here to talk about player of the game. Little Giants going to do some post-game jumping jacks. Why not? Justin, your nomination for player of the game through all of that.
The obvious pick is Clint Wells, but I actually
lose your train of thought?
I did a little bit.
Mongo? Well, go ahead and think about it. What number? I can help you with the name.
Oh, okay. There we go. Got it. Honestly, I have to pick Jace Chamberlain because he wasn't here. He obviously wasn't in uniform, but I was watching on the sideline. Third quarter, it wasn't really going very well for the Canton running game. And I saw Clint Wells standing on the sideline off in the distance from nobody besides Jace Chamberlain, and they were kind of talking about it. I don't know what they were
Chamberlain
talking
doing
about.
a little punt.
But the next time out, Canton scores, and Clint Wells is the main ball carrier for that. And that kind of
pump up and a little coaching out of Coach
exactly,
Jace.
And that really bodes well for how this whole entire Canton season has gone so far. Obviously, it's not over yet, but they are just such a family of running backs, and
of everything.
Obviously, you want to say Clint Wells, but Jace Chamberlain, I don't know what he said, but he sparked something because Clint Wells looked like a completely different back, quarterback the rest of that third quarter and in the fourth quarter.
All right, that's your call, Matt Rumler. What do you think? Do you have another nomination here?
I like that synopsis there by Justin. I think obviously Wells had to be the catalyst, so I'm going to go with him. I mean, I think there were some plays where he needed to just put his head down, run hard when they had some third and longs, and he did just that. I mean, he had guys hanging off of him. I mean, he played with no abandon tonight, so I'm going to go with Clint Wells for player of the game.
And he has had to pick up so much of the load with Jace Chamberlain
Absolutely.
being out. All right, Don Mathis, camera one, seeing things through that little 2-inch lens.
Very little, but I can get it done. I like the Clint Wells vote, but I think I'm going to give it to the Canton secondary for stopping that 2-point conversion to win the game.
You know, the Canton secondary gave up some yards through the air against a bunch of big wide receivers, but they came through late when they had to. So Don nominates the secondary. Tony, what do you think?
You know what? You look at how the defense played tonight, and when the defense needed to stop in the late in the game, they were able to get it. My nomination right now has to go with Clinton Wells. It's just the way he played, the shots that he took from the linebackers, from Mater Dye. You know, he took some shots tonight, and he kept on going. And I was 100% impressed. And also, I want to give it to the line. I want to give it to the offensive line because I think the offensive line, the unsung heroes of the night, did so many different things, opening up holes for their running backs. So I'm going to give it to the offensive line, actually.
Well, and you took a little bit of my thunder because I was going to go offensive line, and I'll tell you why. You're going up against 270, 240, 235, 220 active linebackers who can put a helmet on the football. And the biggest plays of the night all seemed to come when the offensive line had 2 or 3 pulling players and they run a student body sweep left or right. You don't gain any yards without that line doing what they did. So there are a host of people that could get – and no, you've already nominated. You can't get another one. Justin thought of another one. But you know what? There's no individual player of the game tonight. How about that? It was just a unbelievable game, and we have all different opinions, and congratulations to all of them. And what about modern day? You've got a quarterback who has so much talent. I haven't seen a quarterback play football like that all season. Been doing games all over Central Illinois, Western Illinois. 12 weeks into the season, here we see the best quarterback we've seen and the best wide receiver we've seen for my money, enticing. Kid is outstanding.
Well, and like we had in the keys of the game is their defense, modern day's defense, had to stay at home because as simple as this offense is from Canton, it's also very – it is. Anyone can – there's about 6 different people that can run the ball. So that's credit to them. There was not that many, I think 4 or 5 maybe, Canton runs that were actually
but
big
still,
runs.
But still to get over 300 yards against this defense.
Oh, absolutely.
On the ground alone. Player of the game
them.
is just about everybody. Brought to you by Monocle's Pizza in Canton. Call 647-1127 for carry-out or delivery or dine in at Monocle's Pizza, 5th Avenue in Canton, proudly supporting all area athletes. Post-game scoreboard presented by Intense Tans. Keep your summer tan going at Intense Tans, where they also feature spray tanning. Intense Tans just off Main on Olive Street in Canton. One game tonight. Johnsburg beat Genoa Kingston 43-14 or 43-12. Either way, Johnsburg goes to the Final Four. They get the winner of tomorrow's game between Chicago Phillips and Herscher. And Canton Little Giants will get the winner of tomorrow's game between Althoff Catholic and a very powerful Rochester team, the 1 and 5 seeds. Canton is the 7 seed. Modern Day was the 11 seed, but played more like a 2 seed. So,
that's a wrong 11 seed because that modern day team is just phenomenal.
Canton will be waiting to see who they play next week. That's for sure. And that's your post-game scoreboard brought to you by Intense Tans. Keep your summer tan going at Intense Tans. We feature spray tanning. Intense Tans just off Main on Olive Street in Canton. I got to thank some people who sponsored the game tonight, including not only our regular sponsors, but picked up a couple of wonderful folks in town who helped us out. CNC Car Care, 6452. 647-6452 for CNC Car Care. They'll dial up your car, and they'll do it right. Open 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday, 647-6452 for the great service at CNC Car Care. Todd Fletcher Shelter Insurance, not Todd Shelter at Fletcher Insurance. Todd Fletcher Shelter Insurance. He is at 89 East Elm Street in Canton in the Fletcher Building at the corner of Elm and First Avenue. And Todd specializes in providing outstanding coverage not only on cars, but motorcycles, riding mowers, RVs, bass boats. You got any special vehicles like that? Check with Todd Fletcher at Shelter Insurance to have your favorite vehicles covered. 647-8550 is his number. See him at his office, 89 East Elm Street in Canton, corner of Elm and First Avenue. Also, a big thank you to Stephanie Rui, broker at Jim Maloof Realtor in Canton. Stephanie's been at Maloof now for 13 years. It's the #1 realtor in all of Central Illinois, and she is one of the best. She can show you any home, no matter who's listing it. She can also work for you as a home seller. She'll help you get the right financing if you're a buyer with her extensive list of lending contacts. Call Stephanie today at 647-1502 or stop and see her in person at Jim Maloof Realty Office, 418 North Main in Canton. Davis Ford, such wonderful friends they are to the Spoon River Online Sports Network. When we need a little help and need to borrow a big pickup with a bed in it for providing soccer broadcast or whatever the case may be, Doug and the staff at Davis Ford are there for us. On North Main, new vehicles, pre-owned vehicles, great service department. You don't see it, they'll get it for you. Davis Ford, 647-1111. 647-1111, Davis Ford, North Main and Canton. And finally, D. Clark State Farm. Everybody knows that the two-point play can be a winning move, or tonight, as it was for Canton, stopping the two-point play was the winning move. That's why State Farm agent D. Clark and her team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. Go for the win, score savings by combining your home and auto. Just another way that they're here to help you do life right. It is State Farm agent D. Clark at 309-547-7711. Big thank you as well to Cupie's Motor Mall in North Pekin, Perkins Seed House in Canton, Havana, and Jacksonville, Monocle's Pizza in Canton, JD Street BP Stations in Canton at 5th and Lynn and at Locust and Avenue C, Fairview State Bank in Fairview, Dempster Insurance Agency in Farmington and Peoria, Canton Family YMCA, Intense Tan, Spoon River Speedway, Williamsfield Veterinary Clinic, and our friends at the NFHS for providing us with the platform to do this. The game is copyrighted by the NFHS Network and also is a production of Canton High School and the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network. You know, that whole deal about any rebroadcast is prohibited. Hey, you know what? Go ahead and watch it again if you have a subscription, because it's not. You bought it. Watch this game again and enjoy. What a game tonight. A couple of other things. Nope. All right, we're good. What a game. What a season. It continues on for Canton. They move to the Final Four. Final score tonight, 43-42. Canton holds on to beat Mater Dei behind 181 yards rushing from quarterback Clint Wells and a couple of huge defensive stops in the second half. And great play from the guys in the trenches on both sides of the football for Canton. 43-42 the win for Don Mathis, for Justin Rampton, for Matt Rumler, DJ Tones. I'd like to thank Jackson White for coming up tonight. And a big thank you to all the veterans who made it possible for us to enjoy this tonight. Don't forget about that on Veterans Day. I'm BJ Stone. Enjoy the rest of your evening and weekend. And thanks for watching tonight's game on the Cupie's Motor Mall Spoon River Online Sports Network. Good night.
Cupie's Motor Mall in North Pekin is your Power Sports HQ, featuring the complete line of Honda motorcycles and four-wheel ATVs, Yamaha bikes including the Star Series, and Polaris ATVs and side-by-sides. Cupie's also is your official Polaris Slingshot dealer and has added the awesome new Cobra dirt bikes to their huge inventory. Cupie's sells Illuma trailers too. Sales, parts, service, your true one-stop Power Sports HQ is Cupie's Motor Mall at the junction of routes 29 and 98 in North Pekin.